This guy wanted to off his boss. When he noticed the second floor walkway was made entirely of transparent glass, a light bulb went off in his head. If the glass shattered, his boss would plummet to his death. Mike also observed that although his boss looked skinny as a rail, whenever he walked, the tempered glass beneath his feet would let out an ear-splitting creak, as if bearing an immense weight. To ensure his plan's success, Mike pulled all-nighters running experiments to calculate the glass's weight limit. However, while he was engrossed in his experiments, he failed to notice his boss had quietly snuck up behind him. To cover his true intentions, Mike quickly made up an excuse, claiming he was developing a minigame and gave his boss an on-the-spot demo. Surprisingly, his boss was extremely interested and demanded he finish it overnight. The next day, after personally playtesting it, the boss listed it as the company's annual key project. Mike, who was on the brink of being laid off, unexpectedly gained his boss's trust. As a reward, his boss even took him to a mysterious private club. Before entering the club, his boss unexpectedly asked Mike to take off his clothes, citing a strict dress code, and thoughtfully provided him with a suit. Upon entering, Mike was stunned to find the place filled with beautiful women. His boss said with a grin, "You can freely chat up any of the gorgeous ladies here," before taking his leave. Being new to the scene, Mike couldn't help but feel awkward and uncomfortable. He walked over to the bar alone and ordered some KFC. At that moment, a black-haired beauty took the initiative to greet him. Feeling flattered, Mike tried to strike up a conversation with her. Just as he was asking if she was alone, his boss suddenly appeared and interrupted them. Seeing the complex expression on his boss's face, Mike mistakenly thought the beauty was his girlfriend and excused himself to the restroom. But 10 seconds later, when he returned, the woman had vanished without a trace, leaving only his boss sitting in the same spot. Before Mike could ask what was going on, his boss asked him to help deliver something. Mike was curious about what could possibly require his boss to personally deliver. Shortly after he got in the car, two burly men loaded a live person into the vehicle. Mike was shocked and demanded to know what his boss was up to, insisting he wouldn't do anything illegal. But his boss ignored him. Just as Mike was getting agitated, the car screeched to a sudden halt. They had encountered traffic police. Mike broke out in a cold sweat, worried the person in the sack would be discovered. Luckily, the police didn't search their vehicle, allowing them to escape unscathed. When the car pulled into a gas station and his boss got out to pay, Mike quickly untied the rope. To his surprise, he found the black-haired beauty inside the sack. Before jumping out of the car, she stared intently at Mike and said something.
"Frank Flores. If you want to know what he's made of, find Frank Flores."
Then she dashed off. The boss soon returned. Although he could tell Mike had let the beauty go, he didn't pursue the matter and only said a few words.
"Let's just say I won't be relying on you in a crisis."
The boss expressed that Mike wasn't trustworthy, then drove away, leaving Mike to find his own way back. The next day, when Mike returned to the previous night's club to retrieve his clothes, he was horrified to discover that the so-called club had transformed into a company office overnight. This made him realize his boss's identity was far from ordinary. To uncover his boss's true background, Mike used the excuse of testing a newly developed game to secretly obtain his boss's phone and covertly install a virus program. Through this method, he successfully found a crucial phone number. This number belonged to the Frank mentioned by the beauty the night before. Mike discovered that his boss called Frank every month. To confirm his suspicions, Mike tracked down Frank's address based on the phone number. But when he brought up his boss's name, Frank's expression instantly turned gloomy. He immediately hit the close button and even tried to grab a hidden weapon from under the counter. Clearly, this name had left a deep psychological scar on Frank. Only after Mike explained he wasn't sent by the other party did Frank slowly reveal his past with this name. 3 years ago, a woman brought a blueprint to the store and commissioned him to make a piece of jewelry according to the blueprint's dimensions. At first, everything seemed normal. Frank put his heart into crafting it and completed it on time. However, from that point on, almost every day, different people would come to him with similar blueprints. These designs were all quite bizarre, and Frank was curious about their purpose. But considering the money he made, he didn't give it much thought. As time passed, the objects he created became increasingly massive. It wasn't until the 300th day, when Frank finished a golden skull according to the blueprint, that he realized he had been crafting a life-size golden skeleton. What shocked him even more was that every invoice had the same name on it. John, his boss's name. This person had spent a whopping $25 million to create such a golden skeleton. Recalling how his boss needed a secretary's support with every step, and how the floor would make loud noises beneath his feet, Mike instantly understood that the golden skeleton was likely inside his boss's body. After hearing Frank's story, Mike returned to the company and confronted his boss with an iron rod in hand.
"Who the fuck are you?"
Without giving him a chance to explain, Mike fiercely swung the rod, shattering the glass. As the glass walkway shattered, his boss crashed heavily to the ground. But when Mike rushed to the first floor, he discovered his boss had already vanished, leaving only a golden component behind. With this, Mike confirmed his suspicions. His boss was not from this world at all. And so Season 1 of The Consultant came to a satisfying conclusion. What exactly is the true conspiracy behind the boss? I believe Season 2 will reveal the answer to us.